on Facebook or on Instagram or on HughHewitt.com. Welcome as well on this Thanksgiving week. And we get underway with just great news. AstraZeneca and Oxford's COVID-19 vaccine trial up to 90% effective. So we have 3 vaccines now, Pfizer, Moderna, and now in Great Britain, AstraZeneca. As the world's medical and scientific elites have come together with their governments backing. Notice it's the free governments of the world, the United States and the United Kingdom, that led the way here. And we're just going to be in great shape by early spring. Help is on the way. Dr. Fauci said yesterday, cut number 6 on Meet the Press.
Point number 2 is that help is on the way. Traditionally and historically, highly efficacious and effective vaccines have crushed epidemics like smallpox and polio and measles. We can do that with the vaccines that are going to be coming online.
Now, Dr. Tom Inglesby of Johns Hopkins on Fox News, cut number 7.
Yeah, I wouldn't call this good news. I would call this great news. It's fantastic. It's probably the best news we've had since the start of the pandemic. We have 2 vaccines that are making their way through the approval process that may be as high as 95% effective and seem to be safe based on the information we've seen so far.
Then Moncef Slaoui on CNN with Jake Tapper, cut number 5.
100%. I have to say the operation has operated in full speed, based on science, focusing on patients and people's need, no political interference, no bureaucracy, no red tape. It's been just an incredible, visionary approach to put together science and the Department of Defense and industry in an incredible partnership. Frankly, it's been exceptional.
He was praising Operation Warp Speed, the head of vaccines. Jane Harman, former Congresswoman, head of the Wilson Center, said this is cut number 8 about Operation Warp Speed on Fox News yesterday.
Doesn't President Trump deserve credit, in fact, a great deal of credit for Operation Warp Speed and this public partnership, which has resulted in 2 vaccines in less than 10 months with more on the way?
Yes, I think he does.
Yes, he does. But, of course, they never said that during the election, and too late now. President-elect Joe Biden has picked Anthony Blinken as his Secretary of State. He is one of his closest aides, longest-serving foreign policy advisors. He is smart, he is competent, he is mainstream. He's also picked Linda Thomas-Greenfield as his nominee for ambassador to the UN. She is a career Foreign Service officer. She was a former Assistant Secretary of State for Africa. She's extraordinarily competent, mainstream. Jake Sullivan is going to be the National Security Advisor, going to replace my friend Robert O'Brien. Competent, smart, mainstream. The first 3 appointments announced by the president-elect are very good ones, and that's very reassuring. No, they're not conservatives. No, they're not center-right. They're center-left. But they will carry on the work of Mike Pompeo and Robert O'Brien, and they will, I believe, build upon President Trump's achievements in the Middle East and the reorientation of the West towards China. They're not radicals. They're not from the left wing of the party. They're not progressive. They're smart, center-left, mainstream, competent people. Now on Georgia. Look, I have to explain to you again. I'm going to talk about Georgia a lot until registration is done on December 7th. You've got, basically a week to get registered in Georgia. Why does it matter so much? I got asked that this weekend. As the Cleveland Browns were rolling to their 22-17 win over the Eagles. Yes, they beat the Eagles. They thrashed the Eagles. And the Browns are now 7-3. I've been on the radio since 1990. I've been on television since 1992. The last time that the Browns were 7-3 was 1994. It's been a while. I'm pretty ecstatic. I feel very bad for Joe Burrow, the Cincinnati Bengals hotshot young quarterback who tore up his knee yesterday, and our best wishes go out to him. We want Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, and someone who's going to replace Big Ben in Pittsburgh. If it's Justin Fields, I may just throw myself off of a building. I don't know. But it's good to have good quarterbacks, good young quarterback. Burrow got hurt. He'll be back. But to Georgia, I was being asked during the game, why does Georgia matter? Right now, it's 50-48. 50 Republicans, 48 Democrats. If Democrat John Ossoff, who is just AOC light, he's AOC without the brains and charm. or Reverend Raphael Warnock, who's just a radical, just absolutely out there radical. If they win, it will be 51-50, counting Vice President Kamala Harris as the tiebreaker. And the Democrats will proceed to break the filibuster, pack the Supreme Court, slash military funding, defund the police, end Medicare as it exists now, send taxes through the roof, confirm hard left judges and other nominees, and I mean hard left. They can use budget bills or the broken filibuster to pass a carbon tax through reconciliation process. They will legislate on the Second Amendment. Many terrible things will happen to the United States if Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock win. We have to reelect David Perdue and return Kelly Loeffler to the Senate. It's just that simple. Now, I want to remind everyone what Chuck Schumer said about Georgia, cut number 12.
Now we take Georgia, and then we change the world. Yeah! I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Mr. Schumer? Now we take Georgia, and then we change America.
How are they going to change America? I just told you. So the Senate Majority Fund began hammering away this weekend. Here is their ad on Jon Ossoff. If you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, you can watch it, but you can listen to it as well. Cut number 10.
By bringing the relief to Georgia, we saved 1.5 million jobs. We put money in the hands of the smallest businesses out here in America. This was a life-saving exercise.
The CARES Act worked. It saved countless jobs and small businesses throughout Georgia. But Jon Ossoff criticized the plan to score political points, all while his own family was benefiting from it.
Republicans are clobbering Democrat Jon Ossoff for criticizing federal bailouts, while his father accepted a small business loan during the coronavirus pandemic.
Democrat Jon Ossoff has been critical of the CARES Act, which has funneled federal money into businesses of all sizes struggling during the pandemic. One of them is Stratford Publications, a modest business in Midtown founded by Ossoff's father.
It's time to put Georgia first, not your campaign. Jon Ossoff, putting politics over people.
That's just the beginning. Kelly Loeffler, Senator Loeffler, ran an ad about her opponent, Raphael Warnock, cut number 11.
I'm Kelly Loeffler. I approve this message.
Nobody can serve God and the military.
Raphael Warnock attacks our military.
Police power, the kind of gangster and thug mentality.
Warnock attacks our police.
Somebody's got to open up the jails.
Raphael Warnock is dangerous. No wonder he defended this.
Not God bless America, God America.
Raphael Warnock, the radical's radical.
That's exactly right. He is the radical's radical. This weekend I saw that my friends at the Washington Post say he beat Kelly Loeffler in the primary. No, he didn't. He got far less than the two Republican candidates, Loeffler and Collins, did. He's probably going to be rejected en masse, but we can't take that chance. He would be the most radical member in the history of the United States Senate. Jon Ossoff would be close. Here's what Jon Ossoff, by the way, he wants to lead a purge. Cut number 13, Ossoff talking during the campaign about what his intention is for the United States.
We need to send a message this year. We need to send a message that if you indulge this kind of politics, you're not just going to get beaten. You're going to get beaten so bad you can never run or show your face again in public. Because we have had enough, absolutely enough, of what we are getting from Donald Trump and his fellow travelers right now.
So this is Thanksgiving week. Is that what you want?